Listen. Well. Look what the cat drug in.
Certainly did. It
Look
certainly
what the
did.
cat drug in. What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to another Thursday night live stream. We're the Crypto Remora. We come to you live twice a week, Monday and Thursday, to bring you the latest in all things crypto. Tonight is no exception. My name is Wes, and I'm joined with, as always, Siri Crypto.
What is up, you guys? Good to see you. Good to be in here. GMB says right on time. What's up, Holmes? In the house. The family is already in the chat. I love seeing that. I love seeing you guys in there. So exciting stuff, man. I've been in the courthouse, in and out of the courthouse all day. I had to drive back there 3 times. For once for a signature. Then the second time I had to go to the post office and come back, and then mail a certified letter. And now after all that, and giving them money, gave them money, got searched, violated. And after that, now I still have to wait 30 days. So this whole last year, you got to
donate blood.
Yeah, this whole last year of probate is just my advice to anyone and everyone. If you love your children, do not leave them to deal with probate with your final expenses. Try to write out a will. Try to do some shit. Anything that you don't have to deal with the government dealing with that shit, because the last year has been miserable. And I haven't even been able to grieve for my mother because I've been so stressed with all this shit. So I'm glad it's almost over. I got 30 more days I have to wait until it's officially closed, until it's done. And so I'm happy. I felt like I crossed a milestone today, dude, from just a whole year of just dealing with shit. But yeah, dude, I'm glad it's almost there now. And now it's a fresh calendar start of 30 days. Like I have to wait another full 30 days now, even though I paid them and did all this other shit. But whatever, man. It is what it is. But that's what I was doing. I literally just sat down back at the house, man. So I've been running all day. So it was crazy, but I'm glad to be in here. I haven't even looked at the charts, haven't looked at price action. So I'm going to have a fresh set of eyes on everything. I saw you and GMB going back and forth about macro stuff in the chat. So I know that we're going to probably address some of that stuff, which is probably needed. It's probably needed at this point because, that's the hot topic on everyone's mind is macro. But yeah, dude, I'm excited to be here. I'm glad that we are on a Thursday night and getting it done because I feel like I can move forward now.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Hey, I have a question though.
No, that was one time, dude. Listen, that was one time. I was
one time in high school. Get over it.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a goat. Okay, they didn't tell me it was a goat. Oh, you're not. That's not the question you're asking. Okay.
No. That was my next question. That was the next question.
Oh,
but
all right, I got you.
First question is, didn't we already know about this SEC stuff, man? Like, didn't somebody get appointed? Who is it? I'm trying to reach for my phone here. Hold
on. SEC. I haven't even heard anything. What happened with the SEC?
I got it.
What happened?
I just got a message. I just got a text that says it says Paul Atkins is our new SEC chair. This isn't just a win for crypto, it's a win for the entire US economy. Thank your senators now. Oh, maybe it was just like something vote. It's like the vote for crypto thing that Coinbase did. I did it once and now they send me a message like every other week. But Paul Atkins, he already got assigned to the SEC, right? The pro crypto guy.
Whoever it was. Yeah. I don't recognize that name, but I guess it is him. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we already had pro crypto administration everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious because I got that notification. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's been in there. Because I remember when Gensler was out. Right?
Oh, yeah. And that was something to seriously celebrate.
All right. So here we go, man. CPI inflation dropped from 2.8% in February to 2.4% this month. Didn't really get a big reaction out of the markets from that. Trump pauses tariffs on all these countries, trying to get them to the table to negotiate a deal. That helped the markets out a little bit. The Nasdaq closed 12% higher yesterday on the news of that. It was actually one of the biggest. It was actually one of the biggest gain, like one of the biggest days for gains, the second biggest day for gains in the stock market history or whatever. So that's huge. Let me ask you though, man, is this something that is going to continue going up, or is there more pain to the downside? It's just like,
Well,
what is this?
I just noticed this. Exactly what I thought would happen is happening now. It happened a day later, but here's the thing, dude. We ran up to 84, smacked our motherfucking head, and now we're coming down at 79. We're back at 79, y'all. And here's the thing. We said this last week, Wes. Remember, we both agreed on this too. We both said that we thought we'd go up, maybe hit our head one more time. We just I think we had different targets. And then you said you did think we would continue to the upside, which I do think is coming very soon. But right now we're getting this little move. And yes, I bought that fucking dip when that shit crashed the other day. I bought the dip, but I meant to transfer my ETH into Hyperliquid. And I overslept, and then I woke up, and it's like markets are like, fuck you, Nick, you missed everything, and everything's just up only, and I'm like, God bless it. But it looks like now I may have that chance. So even though it's converted to ETH already, even though I'm still in ETH, if I get this drop, I'm going to wait till it drops, convert it to Hype. Convert it to USDC. I should probably do that now, and then convert it to Hype. To go in a little bit to actually be able to catch this dip, because it looks like we're getting that right now, man. We're getting that little dip that I was saying we would probably not go up past 82 or 84. We are under 80,000 right now. I don't know what your price is saying, unless it's mine. I'm going to make sure I'm refresh. I'm giving you that right. But yeah, it looks like 2.6 on the total global and 79.5. So yeah, they're playing some more games. I do think there's a little more pain to the downside. However, if you think that last dip was short-lived, I think it's going to be even more radically short. Like if you don't get in on it on the next dip, like say I'm not even going to call 72 because it's going to take a lot of work for them to drop us 72 again. But let's just say they wanted to go back down to the bottom of this range. What did we have at this price? A full day? Would you have 1 day, everyone? We had 1 day to buy, right on that. And then you woke up and it's 84 again, 82, 84. Stock market's at, biggest run in history. So again, these V-shaped recoveries, I told you guys last week, COVID was a V-shape. You had a very small window to buy. Now during COVID, you had 3 weeks. But this, you had 1 day. If you didn't scoop some stuff underneath of it, and then the next day it pumped, of course, now you're starting to go down again. But, this is – if you see a market retrace in 1 day and then it comes back down the next day, they're going to keep doing that kind of moves because they're running out of steam, bro. So do I think there's more pain to the downside? Yes, but I wouldn't call it pain. I would call it at this point pleasure. I would call it these are your dips for buying at this point. So I wouldn't really even use the word pain. I would just say luck or blessing or opportunity. That's where I'm kind of shifting. I'm shifting bullish at this point, even though there's short-term pain. I'm shifting full-on bull mode again already just from seeing that bounce, dude. That was such a nice bounce. But I do think there's short-term opportunities in the future. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out real quick because that's what we talked about on Monday, man. We said that we would do that, and it's kind of playing out right now. I thought it would have already played out like that, but it's playing out right now. So, yeah, exciting time to be in the market, you guys. This is good stuff.
So you're not going to say it. You're going to make me say it.
What's that?
That you called 76 for today. No, you said 75 for today, and I said 80.
You said 84.
No, I said we would hit our head at 84 and be coming down, and we'd be around 80,000.
Well, sun shines on a dog's ass every now and Sun shines
so
on
to
a dog's ass every now and then, you guys. Okay,
so
when
to
I do
some-
it, it's skill. When he does it, it's luck. No, yeah, okay, I'll give you that. I'll throw you that bone. You won that one. You won that one this week. You got that one this week. Now, but
All
here's the
right, cool,
thing.
man.
Here's the thing. We did hit 82. We're coming down to 79. So let's see if my play plays out at this point from 79, and maybe we go back down
It could.
towards 75 tomorrow.
And again, we could be at 76 an hour from now, dude. Like it's one of those things, man. Like, it's the way it happens, man. It's the way it happens.
I
But
wonder
to
what
be fair,
you,
we
yeah.
did say by Thursday. So I mean, whatever.
No,
It
your
is what it
call
is.
won. Your call won by the timing. Absolutely won by the time. Let me ask you this, because I haven't been on Twitter all day. What is sentiment like? You and GMB have been on the phone like a couple teenage girls, because I've been getting the alerts on the phone, but I haven't been able to read. Has it been crazy negative because of this, or was it crazy positive yesterday? And now it's like people are like, "Oh God."
No, I think it's exactly what we talked about. Like we got that big massive candle up, man. And I'm excited to take a look at the charts, but we had that big move up, man, and like we knew there was going to be a retracement. Like these things don't just move up like that without a retracement. So I think most people are kind of like, we're kind of expecting a retracement, because we've been getting these moves up, and what do? We just come right back down. So I think that most people were kind of expecting it, and that's pretty much sentiment, dude. Is like, yeah, whatever. Like, here we go again, like a nothing burger kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me pull up just real quick, and then we'll jump into some charts. I'm gonna pull up Total Global just real quick, just to keep an eye on it.
Let's do it.
Looks like we're forming a very interesting pattern here already. You can kind of see. I'm gonna leave it on the screen just for 1 sec. You can kind of see it here, a double bottom right here, right? You see this little rising double bottom. It's not really a double bottom. It's like a slightly rising double bottom. And then you see this massive run that we had. Everyone was, to the moon again. And then we're having this retrace. But very interesting to see this retrace getting a bounce right here, right around this area, right? So let's click in. Let's blow that up a little bit and look at it. So that would probably be more on the weekly than the 24-hour chart. So let's take a look. See 2.771. Oh, 2.718. So yeah, we got all the way down to 2.5, had a massive bounce, and we're up at 2.718. It looks like we're going to be using this as resistance right now. So my best guess from looking at this is it's time we're range word bound again. I think the range word bound is now going to be between 2.7 and 2.5. I'm sorry, you might as well say 5.5, 2.7 to 2.5.5. I think we're going to range a little bit in here, which means money going in, money coming out, just a little bit, some sideways, which is not all bad because, from this massive sideways movement, we did have a quick drop, right, down to 2.5. And then we've just been slow grinding up, kind of getting a little bit of a curve down. Let's go to the 1 month and see how the money flow looks. Yeah, see my guess right here, Wes, this 2.771. You see this level here?
Yeah.
2.771. This is 2.740. And this is 2.740. 2.7. This is right about 2.780. So this 2.74, 2.77 is very close. 2.74. So you have 3 points right here, 2.74 right here. 2 or 3 of those. My guess is, just from eyeing this chart, that we come back up and we use that as resistance now. In other words, we fell below it, right? Now we're going to come up and we're going to play games a minute, and we're going to hit our head on this. So, but if this is the bottom, which is what I think it is, 2.5, I'm hoping 2.5 is our bottom, and the top will be 2.7. So, in other words, I'm looking for a mini range in here. You can kind of see this is a big range right here from from January to, let's just call it February 23rd. Look at how big that sideward, it's sideways and down, but it's a big range. And then you can kind of see, look what happened here, man. You got right. It's like the range, but it's a little smaller than the one behind it. from March to say, March 25th. And now look what we got. We're forming a little bitty range again. And that's kind of what price does when it's tightening up before it's about to really make a move. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see a mini range in here. You're going to see a little bit of sideways action, just a small range in here before the next move. And I think that puts us somewhere over here. So that would be March, April. That would put us in the second week in April, kind of like I've been saying. I think this range plays out sideways, up and down, just a little bit of faking out moves before the next move. Excuse me. So what am I saying? Overall, what I'm saying is we are in an uptrend in total global. There's no denying it. Okay. This is an uptrend over the last 10 years. We're having a retrace, but where's the retrace? We're coming down and we're testing previous resistance areas, key resistance areas right here. Okay. So, and this range even goes back here. Look at this. This goes back to 2022, this range where we're at, kind of. See this 2.2? That's below us. That's a major range. And this one is at, I think, 2.2. This one, that even the peak of that is at 2.4. So that's slightly under us. But when you start getting up here, you're into 2.7. This previous all-time high was 2.7. That was in 2022. So we're literally flipping that into support, which is a good thing, man. I mean, that's you're still in a perfect uptrend from 2018. There's nothing wrong with this chart as far as that goes. Now, is it a little scary from right here? Sure. It's a little scary. You could say, oh, well, what is this? Maybe this is what, and then look what comes next, the market, right? You could say the bear market's coming next. But I don't think that's where we're at, dude. I think where we're at is right here. I think we're right here, guys. Boom. We hit this first little top. I think we had a nice cool off. And then we get that big euphoric run, right? I think the big euphoric run is coming. And I think that's what's coming next. I think we're down in here right now. We're in the depths of despair of the bull market. But the euphoria stage is going to have this next 3-month pump, I think. In about 2 weeks, I think we get our move up. Then I think we have a summer cool off, which is this little lull. And then October, November, December, I think we have the blow off top. And then we have our bear market. So I think that this is what we just experienced. This right here is where we are now. And see, it's like kind of like this is what we just experienced. Now this is where we're at now. And I think we have our blow off top where we go to 6 to 8 trillion, maybe $9 trillion market cap. Probably even more than that, but somewhere between $7 to $10 trillion market cap, possibly with a little bit higher by October, November, December. So that's my total global right now. I think we're safe. I didn't really give us ranges to hold, but I think it's safe to say that we're so close enough to the psychological big even of 2.5 that I think that's the number to watch. And I think if we can range between 2.5 and 2.7, that we are healthy. I think that we are all good. I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think it's going to be boring. I don't think people are going to be too happy unless you're trading. If you're trading up and down over the next couple of weeks, I think you will be happy. But as a hodler, this should not affect you. As a long-term holder, this should not affect you at all. As a noob coming into the space, this should not affect you at all. I think just gear up for some more sideways shit for 2 weeks. And I think after that, we're going to have, you might have a couple moves, but that's where I'm at, dude. I think we're in a safe spot is what I want to say. I think we're just in a good spot. I don't think it's bad at all. And then I'll let you pull up some Lux Algo so we can look a little deeper into Bitcoin, see what Bitcoin's actually planning to do. Close this out. Do you have anything on that with the total global? You got any opinions on that?
Dude, I'll be honest, man. I don't know what's going on with my computer.
I lost your volume, Wes. I lost your mic. Your mic got muted. Hold on. Close this.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I lost you for a second. You might cutting in. You're getting a little laggy on the camera, but
I
still
gotta
there?
exit and try to
I
go
can see you.
back in.
Okay. All right.
And then, yeah, it keeps kicking me.
Holmes has got something to say here. Let's read this. Interest rate cut, quantitative tightening to quantitative easing, positive inflation data, increase of M2 global supply since January 20th, and will lead to 108-day offset of Bitcoin and M2 global money supply playing out around May 1st until July. Holmes, I say second week in April because I'm trying to be generous. I'm being generous. But originally, if you guys remember a couple weeks ago, I did say May. I said that I think it's going to be May, which is so weird because the stock market, generally speaking, goes to shit in May, like sell in May and walk away. So it's a little strange to say May, but then again, crypto has got to get back to its roots of going against the grain with Wall Street, because we don't need Wall Street to dictate necessarily what's going on with crypto. And I think once crypto gets back to being healthy, I think it will become its own sector again, kind of separate away from the S&P 500. But with all this macro shit, it's kind of tough to do that. But yeah, this is all good stuff, and it's all true. And it's all leading into the time period of when we're normally supposed to have our bull run. So let's see, then cool off starting end of June or early July. Yeah, I said May, June, July. So I think we get through July and then have the cool off. And then August, September are bearish or sideways. And then I think October, November, December will be our blow off euphoria top, at which point my $275,000 Bitcoin will probably hit. And I think that's what's going to happen. I've been kind of saying that. Hopefully it sticks to it. I hear Wes, but I don't see him yet. He's trying to rejoin us, guys. Bear with us. Not sure if it's internet issues or what. Let's see here. Maximize that. Pull over here. So let's see if we can share screen again. If you guys are just now joining us, please hit the like, subscribe button on the YouTube page. It really helps the algorithm out, helps us get out there. For all you old school guys, hit the like button if you haven't, please. It does still help. And let's see here. I think Wes is rejoining us. Let's pull up. Let's go to the home page here. I'm going to pull up the screen in just a minute. You think, Charles, what Holmes said seems right. This tariff shit has made things weird. You think Charles Hoskinson has been watched? Let's watch this. I think Charles Hoskinson has been watching the show. He's put out $250,000 too. I don't know, dude. It's a good question. It's possible. Now, in that aspect, you know, I would not doubt it, dude. I think everyone's going to start shifting their numbers very soon. I think a lot of people are going to be adjusting their calls. My call has been 275 for probably a year. I said it about a year ago. So I've been holding strong to my call. I haven't changed it not once, through upward, through downward. And so I don't know, dude. Is Charles watching? That'd be cool. You know, maybe he is. I think Cryptos R Us was watching our show there a couple times because Wes and I were talking about certain things, and then like right after that, you know, he went live and was saying some shit about Arbitrum and all this stuff, and I'm like, was he watching our shit? So it's possible. I mean, they do. Some of these guys do. I've talked to Chico Crypto. He follows me actually, which is kind of freaking cool. Crypto Zombie. I've spoke with him before, just Twitter messages back and forth. Crypto Jeb. I talk with Jeb every now and then on chats and comments. Crypto Tim, that was with him on the show. So it's a small community, man. The crypto world's kind of small, so I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, if Charles stuck his head in, if the algorithm popped up and said, hey, so that'd be kind of cool, man. I know Chico and him don't have the best of it. All right, Wes, it's not a vacation now, bro. You got to come back in and join us here. Let's see. Plus, we get individual countries settling their tariff issues with the U.S. When you first said 275, I said, pass that shit, homie. We'll see. I want to see it for sure. And you're not the only one that said that, GMB, because a lot of people are like, what are you, crazy? You said, and because I called for $100,000 Bitcoin in 2020, 2021, 2022-ish. And I think we would have hit it if it weren't for COVID and all that bullshit. I think Bitcoin would have hit 100K then, right? And then recently I had to readjust because of all this shit. And then we had Gensler and FTX and all these bad actors and everything. But I think even with all the bad actors and all the bullshit, I think Bitcoin still hits 275,000. And it's not a matter of, oh my God, that number's so high. It's a matter of how fast we went from 3,000 to 100,000. I guess 4 years is not fast, but it really is. In the grand scheme of things, it's pretty fucking fast. And then relative to that size, a move from 100,000 to 275, yeah, it sounds like a lot because it's $175,000 more per coin. But again, I refer people back to the change dollar scenario, right? If you have pennies and nickels and you have a penny or let's say 5 cents, going from 5 cents to $1 on a stock seems like, oh my God, right? But then going from $1 to $2 is like, it's not that big a deal, right? So Bitcoin was at, 35 cents and it went to $1.09. Now we went from $1.09 down to 77 cents again. So to go to 275, $2.75 from, to go back above 109, it's not that unrealistic when you look at it that way. If you compare it that way, and it does move like that because the more money that comes in, it's like, you know what I'm saying? The movements are kind of, it's correlated the way it moves. So my $275,000 Bitcoin sounds freaking crazy when you're at $77,000. But once you're poking back up around 140, it's not going to seem crazy anymore. It's going to seem like, oh shit, we're going there. Like once we start heading to 2, you're going to be like, well, damn, that's only that ain't shit. Like, so it's in perspective. You have to look at it. But my call is based on breakout targets, not just, I think we're going to 275. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. It sounds like it's a lot right now, but once we get up above this, it's not going to seem so crazy. But yeah, dude, I don't know what is going on. Wes is trying to rejoin, guys. I apologize for this. I think it's internet that's going on. I'm trying to get him back in. In the meantime, I think I will pull up some stuff. If you guys put some stuff in the chat too, let's see if you got stuff. President Trump just signed a resolution overturning IRS crypto rule targeting DeFi. Thank God. Thank God for that.
Can you hear me?
I hear Wes. I hear you. Sound like you're in the bathroom. Is everything okay? Is everything all right?
Shit.
I'm in the TCR team chat. It looks like you guys put a couple things in the team chat. Do you want me to click on them and so the people can see it and maybe you can read over it?
I don't know. Can you hear?
It looks. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you still hear me?
Yep.
I don't know what is going on, dude. I have myself up the screen. It keeps saying that this isn't, and that is unresponsive, and it's freezing up.
Huh. Even if I go to Nick and Wes. Oh, there we go. There we go. I see you now. I see you. Can we still hear you? I'm losing your volume again, Wes. Damn it. Right now, Crypto Home says. Can't hear you, Wes. Can't hear. I think it's freaking. All right. I'm going to bring this up. 7:19 p.m. breaking news. Just hit X. All right, guys. So that's pretty cool. The case is testing a 90-year-old Supreme Court ruling that lets Congress shield high-ranking officials from being fired by the president. The outcome could determine whether Trump has the power to file Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell and could also impact the job security of other agency officials. Well, that's kind of cool. We like that. We'll see if we can see any of this news that we're talking about here. It's a move for sure. Let's go on the timeline here. Yeah, this doesn't look so promising. It looks like it needs to refresh here. I'm talking about Shibu Inu. There's your boy Charles. You were talking about GMB. Let's see here.
Check.
Oh, we got a pull spot. 1 to 25. Lily. Now I can hear you. A little bit.
You can hear me?
Fading in and out. I can hear you now.
God, dude.
Okay, so let's close this. Let's go back to
I don't know what's going on. Oh, man, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, so I was trying to find you guys' articles in the DM, but so we just had breaking news. I don't know if you heard that, but he said Trump just signed a resolution overturning IRS crypto rule targeting DeFi. So, again, that's great news, and we love that. Unfortunately, we're still trying to clean up the bullshit from the last administration. We haven't been able to actually move on to like positive things too so much, but this is positive that in the fact that we're abolishing all the old bullshit. So that's good. Wes, can you still hear? Are you still there with the mic? You good? Getting laggy again?
I don't know what's going to do.
It's weird because I hear you talking, but I see you just shaking your head and your mouth's closed. So it's like there's a delay on the video. Did you select the camera and the audio in the beginning? You kind of have to make sure that that's not using your audio from the camera. All right. Well, I'm going to make a trip over there at some point this week, and we're going to look at your setup there, and might even have another monitor to give you so you can have two monitors, because that kind of helps too to separate your screen up a little. Watcher Guru reported it. I can hear you. I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah. It just keeps going in and out, man. I might have to cut out of this one, dude. Damn, that sucks because I had some good trade setups too. Fuck.
Yeah, because the lag is I can hear you talking, then your video is lagging. So it's something on your video end, I think, that's lagging. Something that's causing the video to lag.
It's all good, man. I'm going to sit this one out, dude, because it is like, it's unbearable, dude. I can't do anything with it. I'm going to sit this one out.
Try to reboot your computer. Try to reboot and come back in if you can.
Yeah. If I can, I'll come back in. But I love you guys. Sorry this is happening. Got to go. Peace.
Shit. All right, fellas. Yeah, that does suck. We're going to figure that out, though. We're going to get that settled. Technical issues have never stopped the Remora before. They're not going to stop us now. So let me bring up some stuff here on the other screen. I want to look into some coins. It sucks because Wes was going to pull up some trade setups, which now is actually a really good time to be trading. So that does really suck that we don't have that right now. But I think what we need to do is look at some prices right now, because if it's DCA time and it's time to buy, let's look at what is the time to buy, or what coins is there to buy right now? Nope, that's not it. Full screen. That's not it. Wow, okay. Restream is a pain in the ass, guys. I apologize. I'm trying to get the screen share to work. Okay, I don't know what the hell that kind of setup is. That's not what I want. Maybe this one. There we go. Okay, so let's look at this. 2.6 sideways. We already went over total global. No point in going over that. I will bring up Bitcoin just for a second, even though we don't have Lux Algo on this one right now. Let's look at some potential stuff going on here. Looks like a double bottom already hit, played out. Kind of want to zoom in. Let's go into the daily. Okay, so this little drop here is definitely pretty interesting. See, normally I would say this kind of a drop and then this upward movement is bearish. There's no other way around it to say it other than that looks bearish because of the hook and, you know, the V not coming up, you know, and even if it did come up, it's still, you still have to be careful. But I don't think that this by itself gives me enough information. So let's go to the weekly. Okay, so when you see this move here and you say, oh, it's bearish. Well, sort of, but if we can hold here, it's not so bad. And I will zoom out a little more. See how far this goes back, 3 months. So it looks like, yeah, we could potentially be hitting this is resistance now. I mean, but it's weird because we broke through it once already. So I have to go to the yearly. Yeah, it looks like we're right at that whale level I was talking about, that blip on the radar, which is right here, which when that whale wants to see this level again, we're not far from it, guys. We're $3,000 away from this blip. And I was calling this blip. I don't know if you guys remember, but I think right here around 102, when we were around 102 to 96-ish, right around here, during this period is when I started saying, okay, I was saying that this level was a possibility again, because how I came up with that, and I'd like to see, there is a freaking, how I came up with that is I measured from here to the top and I went halfway and I said, okay, halfway is right about here-ish. So I expected us to pull back to here. But then when we pull back to here, I was looking, what's the next lowest drop? And the next lowest drop is this little whale blip, which is at $76,000. So we're at 79.5. That's a $3,000 drop, which is not shit. I mean, that could very easily happen. And then if that does happen, if we do see that, right, where are we going after that? Well, the next levels are down here. So, 70,000, 71, 70,000. So again, how quickly could that happen? It could happen. We could have that drop if we go down here. Now, $3,000 cushion. There's Wes. Hold on, Wes. Let me bring him back in. There we go. Let's try it. Let's try it again. If we do drop 76 though, and I'm gonna have Wes pull this up now that we have him back. If we do, let's say we did head down to 76 to this whale blip, right? That whale is going to want cheaper Bitcoin. He controls and owns this level right here, right? So it's up to him at that level because he controls that level. And he'll just say, you know what, fuck it, drop it. And then at that point, you could see that $70,000 Bitcoin, $70,000 to $72,000 Bitcoin. You could see it again. And if you did, your real level, okay, 67, which, I was talking about. No one wanted to hear the shit, so I stopped talking about it for a while because I knew nobody wanted to really hear it, and everyone would think I was crazy and all that shit. But now here we are at $79,000. Jesus Christ, what's going on with this screen? All right. All right. Now that we are at this level, it's not so crazy to talk about, and it also wouldn't be the end of the world. So, Wes, let's take a swing, man. Let's try to get your screen up and pull up some levels, bro. Let's look at Bitcoin on some algo if you have it.
Am I
close
lagging
the
really
screen
bad?
out. No, you're good right now. You're good. Let's see if we can bring your screen up. I closed some shit on my computer too to help. See if that helps.
Just so you know, I don't have any admin controls, so I can't do anything besides share my screen.
Share,
just so you know.
Yeah, as long as you can share it. Yeah, try to share. I'm gonna try my best at running the Restream shit, but Restream is a lot different than the other one we use. I like the other one better, I think, officially.
Way better, dude. Way better. Matter of this one, so we get off.
Yeah, it's just at this point it's been kind of a headachy, and the viewership has dropped with Restream a lot. Like the numbers have dropped.
I can't get nothing up, dude. I can't get nothing to pull up, man. I was trying to come in. I sent you a text and I was like, "Hey, Jimmy, like I'm just gonna come in and see if it works." But you saw me as soon as I popped up.
Yeah, no, I wasn't watching the phone.
I'm not gonna be able to get trading view up. It's I just want to say, man, what I will say while I got a second here is just give me like 5 minutes, dude, and then I'm just gonna go. But
go.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, on Monday we didn't react. We thought we were gonna come up the next day. We thought we were gonna have a rally. We didn't get that rally the next day. Instead, we ended up coming down. But we did get a double bottom. If you look at the 1 hour or the 4 hour, beautiful double bottom. We did get that bottom going back down to 76K. The closes were perfectly even. And then that's kind of where I took that trade it was a nice.
We're getting laggy again, Wes. Damn it. Sorry about this, guys. It happens every now and then. We get a little bit of technical shit. All right. We lost you again, Wes. What is going on, Daniel? We see you out there, man. We apologize. We're having a little bit of technical shit going on Wes's. I think it's on Wes's end. I'm pretty sure it's on Wes's end. We're kind of having trouble with his audio. He's gonna try it out again. See if you could say something, Wes. See if we got you again. Anything? Can you hear us? Oh, shit. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know what's going on, guys, because I can't hear him. It's like he's lost his mic, and he's getting laggy. Daniel, what is going on? Let's try this again, Wes. You want to try to come back in again? Yeah, I think he's going to try to come back in one more time. Which really sucks. That really sucks, guys. I apologize. We are going to figure this shit out. I don't know why it's doing that. There's no reason why it should be doing that. Saying get started. We should already be signed in. Sure. All right. Let's try this again. I'm gonna pull up Gecko one more time. Look at what to have a look see at what we're looking at. Some alts, guys, because I do think the play now. It's time to start looking again at what alts you want to buy, because this will be before alt season has its major run. This is one of the last chances, I think, to get in. Even though I'm showing you guys some lower targets, possibly, I don't think that it's wise to ignore the dips. Okay, why is the screen doing this? Let's try that. Oh, this restream really sucks, dude. It's like not pulling up anything that we're trying to have pull up, and it's really bad. So we will not be using their service anymore, because you can't even get nothing done on this thing, and it's booting west constantly. Not good. Sorry, guys. Yeah, this is crazy, dude. Screen share. I don't want tab. Trade setup. Wes is saying possible trade setup on the 1 hour time frame. We moved up and hit 84K. Now we're sitting at the 0.5 fib level now. Possible continuation. So yeah, there is some setups. We're going to probably have to put it out on Twitter, because it's just not cooperating with the internet side and the restream side, guys. I am so sorry. I don't know why it's been doing this, but it certainly has, and it's not good. Ridiculous. Yeah, it looks like it's not even going to bring up my screen. You guys, we may have to call this stream just a dead shot, which would really suck. But you know, it's not even letting me share my screen at this point. Wes is completely booted out. I mean, this is not good. We are gonna probably regroup, guys, because this is just shit. I'll give you guys some short-term price targets and then head out, because I can't even share my screen. It's not letting me share. It's not letting Wes share. I mean, when it's doing this kind of shit. Yeah, but I will not. I will be scolding Restream's ass as a customer service. And I have a big mouth. If I get upset as a customer, I will shoot my mouth. I'm telling you right now. Restream needs to tighten their shit up, because this is not good. Yeah, so Wes is saying a 1 hour time frame. And I may even try to call him real quick and just see if there's anything else before I jump off, guys. I am so sorry about this, fellers. I really am. This really sucks. You know, we're in tech, and we're having tech issues like this. Is not good. Yeah. Okay, so I got you on speakerphone. Is there anything you said? Because, dude, it's not even Restream's not even letting me share my screen.
I heard you rant, and I was just watching.
I'm over it, bro. I'm fucking over this shit.
It's all good, man. We apologize, guys. The only thing I wanted to share right now was there's a possible trade setup on the 1 hour. If you look at the 1 hour, dude, you see that double bottom, and you see where we came up and hit 84, and now we've retraced to the 0.5. So this could be a good setup for a long continuation trade, and I'm going to take it. And I just wanted to put that out there. I'm taking the trade. Because we went up to 84, retraced back to the 0.5. If we're going to continue up, this is where it would be. And so I just wanted to throw that out there, that I'm putting that trade in.
Nice. And I told them that you would also be putting it up on Twitter, because, you know, if nothing else, we could do it there. And, you know, it's so crazy, this little blip. Yeah, it's crazy, man. $76,329 hit. And the whale blip level is at 76,630. I think that's the line in the sand. If we do see 76,300 again, I would look to short. If we do see that, if that does happen, if you see it go towards $76,000 again, I would look to short down to possibly $69,000. Which, like I said, I don't know if it's going to happen, but if it does, if we do go near that whale zone, I'm going to short. But yeah, for right now, Wes is saying long. I'm not going to trade right now. Wes is going to update it on the Twitter. I'm not that great at trading anyway, but I was just going to look at some coins, and I'll keep you on speaker for a minute, Wes. Let's just look at some coins.
You're good, dude. I'm about to jump off, man. You're good. Go ahead and finish it up, brother. I need to.
Well, I'll run it out for a minute just to look at some prices on what's worth buying right now, maybe, and then I'm going to jump off too.
All right, perfect, man.
All right, Wes. Say peace to the fellas, though.
All right, later, guys. Thank you. Sorry about this. All right, bye.
All right, man. All right, guys. So I'm just going to look at some actual prices and then jump off here. 24 hours. Looks like ETH is still a good buy right now at 1,500. Probably the best buy. Let's see. Solana's at 3% down around $1.12. Let's see here. Chainlink is at 5% down. 15 wrapped ETH. We don't want that. Let's see. Litecoin. Polkadot at $3.47. Hyperliquid at 14 again. Had a nice pump. Kind of missed that. I was in the process of trying to scoop $10 hype and missed that boat. Yeah, I think we have a little more downward movement to go. I'm actually going to be looking to see what's going to happen over the weekend. Potentially a little bit of sideways and down over the weekend, with Monday coming back down a little lower. Not a whole lot to look at, guys. Solana right now at $1.12. I think that's a good buy. Polkadot is decent, $3.47. But other than that, I would say Ethereum. Believe it or not, I know everyone's pissed at ETH, but I actually think Ethereum's a good buy at $1,500, dude. I think it's a good entry. I think you can use it to scoop other stuff. Cardano, let's see, 60 cents. Yeah, Cardano's down 6%, so that's a good scoop. So yeah, I would just DCA right now, guys. Name of the game is DCA, and just hold what you have. Don't FOMO out of things. I would just try to DCA as best you can, and we will get this shit straight. We apologize so much. Thank you guys for bearing with us on this. I know it sucks. We didn't have our screens. We didn't have our host. And so, yeah, we got to figure out why it's doing this, and we will before Monday. So I apologize. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe. Either way, please forgive us for tonight's mishaps, and we will see you again Monday at 12 o'clock. And if anything happens in between then, we will maybe do a surprise live stream or something, because we feel bad about this. This is not what we like to do for our people, but it's going to be kind of tough when the shit is not working right. See you next time.